Hello.
We're here.
Jennie, I'll let you do the sharing today.
We're share. Gonna do this.
Gonna do the sharing. Welcome to Wednesday. Hello. Say hi in the chat when you come in.
Hello.
We're late because Jasmine was late. But it's okay because I was playing with horses and doing some energy work on horses, which was lovely. And the weather is phenomenal outside. So
Yay.
I feel like a little bit like just this much bad. Like just this much.
I know, it is so beautiful outside. I did spend a good amount of time outside when I got home from work today because I'm feeling, last night I was like, I'm feeling great. Well, today took a little turn and I'm like, rah!
The rage inside of me is real.
So I did some drumming and screaming and crying and chanting outside while grounding and sunning.
So Jennie was busy. It was a very interesting day today. Today was one of these days that was like, Jesus, take the wheel, because literally not one thing that I planned went appropriately. But that's okay, because Jesus takes the wheel.
Yes.
Jesus takes the wheel.
It does.
Okay.
So hi, Mama Bonnie. She's here with us.
Say hello. Let us know. I've got some new in the card deck situation, so I'm excited. Let's see what comes out tonight.
Yeah, I've got 2 card decks. The Divine Feminine Oracle, and then Byron Katie's Katieisms are coming out. So this should be fun. I am excited. So if you're here and you want a card, or if you have a question you want to ask a yes/no question, chat away in the chat box and we'll get to it.
My card decks today are, this one is my new, like, I don't like to say that I have favorites because Angels and Ancestors is like by far like the deck. But this one is one that I'm really into at the moment, Sacred Forest. And then Star Code Astro. Those are the decks that I believe I will be working from. But I have a bunch right here, so if a different one calls, then, well, you do what you gotta do.
So be it. And we got our pendulums.
I'm just looking to see what pendulum is going to play today.
This is the pendulum I'm playing with today.
Oh, my mom is also telling us who is drawing cards today.
Yes, you are drawing her a card. Oh, that one is so pretty.
So I made this one, selenite, and then Amber made these bracelets when we first became studio owners together, and mine fell off my bracelet, so now it's an end.
Yes, because there's 4 of us, and I had a vision of us standing in each 4 corners of the world and spreading our light. It was really beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I made this bracelet. So I cried. Oh, of course.
Okay, let's see what the guides have to say.
Yeah, there's 5 of you here. So, like, if you want a card pull, it's not a spectator sport. We're here for you. If you want something, ask. We will give it to you. You can also ask us any questions about life, love, whatever.
The universe.
And I'm in a salty mood, so you might get a salty reply.
It could be a good time. Wouldn't it? Beauty.
Oh, gorgeous.
I just think that this card deck is just so beautiful. I have to show the back. Look how beautiful the back of these cards are. Anyways, okay. Wood nymph. Beauty. She is. Oh, that's from last. A card fell out the book. Sometimes, do you do that? Like put card
in the books, I remember to read them later,
and then don't do that. Then you don't.
Yep.
Okay, Radiance Glorious beauty is growing within you. Let the beauty of your North Star to guide you. What feels as well as what looks lovely will sustain and nourish you. I really do love that. Like, really saying, like, does this feel lovely? Does this look lovely? And I think that, like, seeking beauty is something that we sort of are like, you should love not like you should love everything equally. We can love beautiful things. Okay. It's okay to love beautiful things.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to want them. And that's what I'm feeling. Like the guards are like, it's okay to love beautiful things. They're allowed to love beautiful things. This whole card is about that. Your ability to see the inner depths around you is in direct connection with the remarkable and spontaneous parts of our life. Create harmony and peace within your home, even doing so in small ways, such as vases of flowers and scents of candles. Come can make a difference. Relax and surround yourself with comfort and elegance. The more you acknowledge beauty in your environment, in yourself, and in others, the more it will fill your life. You are truly and utterly gorgeous and lovable. And as you choose, this is the cheesiest card to read to my mom. It's cool. Take it in, Mom. This is as cheesy as I'm going to get. As you cherish yourself and as you cherish yourself, you will grow. The nymphs of ancient Greek folklore are beautiful, supernatural beings of the forest. They appear here and symbolize that you are your own beauty, both inner and outer. And as you grow, that beauty only grows and becomes more. There are more accounts of travelers walking through the forest and seeing wood nymphs bathing in the sunlight and next to streams singing and dancing. Follow the example of the nymphs. Relax and spend time in nature singing and dancing in joy. The spirit of the wood nymph says, remarkable spiritual beauty is growing within you. Be aware of the beauty that is around you, and the splendor will expand into your life. Create beauty in your home, even in the smallest ways, and the inner grace will radiate without you.
Love it.
Radiate without you, within you, from without you. Let us know what you think of that.
What?
Said I was just telling my mom, let us know what you think of that.
Hey. Yeah.
Today was a good day and a weird day at the same time. I think it was for me a beautiful reminder. If I'm like thinking of that card too, like what a beautiful reminder that when we just focus on beautiful things and we don't let the little shiz, the little bit of day ruined get.
Yeah. And it has been a really beautiful day.
My mom says, my mom is getting the deeper inner me. I know that you said that with all of the love.
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting. This is where your astrology is always so interesting to me because I'm a Cancer and a Libra, but I'm also a Sag moon. So like people, like once you get to know me, you're like, oh, she's so sweet and loving with like a little bit of flame in there. So it's fun to embrace your inner flame. I enjoy it, especially parental unit.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Speaking of flame, welcome to Aries season. And fire. I'm feeling super fiery.
Jennie, should I pull you a card?
Aries is my moon. Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. I've got like 4 things I'm pissed about right now. I'm working through them. It's fine.
My mom says you have love and sass within you. That's true. That's how it comes out. It's my love language.
I could get this to catch.
Well, Jennie, the wood nymphs came for you too.
Oh my goodness. Enjoy the beauty.
I'm thinking more of like the just playing in the forest part.
We have fire. Yeah.
playing and frolicking in the beautiful forest.
Woo, boy. Yeah, it's springtime. My body's ready to be outside. It's done with winter. It is done with winter.
Well, and we talked about this in Rising yesterday, this idea that, yeah, you're stuck in fire. This idea that play is important. And when your body feels cooped up, allowing that playful energy, especially since it feels like energy has been so serious, like just knowing you and like the day that you've had today, your energy has been so serious, like go outside and play and dance. And that's so important to you, particularly.
Mm-hmm. It is.
To go forth and move your body and just let go of the seriousness of life and let the enlightenment guide you.
Yeah. I have one more day this week. I have to be a grown up and then I can play.
One more day.
One more day.
And it's supposed to be beautiful here this weekend. And I am incredibly excited about it being beautiful this weekend.
Yay.
I think we might go out into the West Desert. All of the critters are feeling very cooped up.
Yeah. That would be fun. I've been talking about going to the Spiral Jetty to dig some selenite. So maybe I'll talk a couple of kids into doing that, and maybe I'll go and my drums and go frolic in the
We should do it.
spiral.
Spiral Jetty.
Mm-hmm. And then go to Hot Springs.
If you live in Utah, the
Yeah.
Spiral Jetty is. I didn't know that it existed, and I went last year for the first time, and I loved it.
Mm.
Loved it. I thought that it was really a beautiful space.
Oh, working in the garden, getting ready to plant. Oh, that sounds so magical.
That sounds pretty lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Pretty fantastic. Well, folks, do you think we should get into meditation for today?
Should we do a general reading?
Yes, we can do that.
Like Byron Katie's got some wisdom. And it may be for me. I don't know, maybe for you too. You've had a day too. Let's see what happens.
I've had a bit of a day. That's true.
See what Byron Katie's got. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay.
Tell us, Jenny. Break
All
it.
right. So this is not the oh shit one. I'm going to end with that one. But I don't let go of stressful thoughts. I question them. Then they let go of me. And if you're familiar with Byron Katie's work, Judge Your Neighbor worksheets, you just ask, is this true? Can I know that this is true? How do I feel when I believe this thought? How do I treat myself and other people when I believe this thought? Yeah. And how would I feel, just for kicks and giggles, if I didn't believe this thought? That one is always like really big for me, and that's where a lot of the work comes in, and then the turnarounds. But we're not going to go that deep today. Okay, so this one. Deep breaths, Jenny. So one of the things I've been really irritated with, which has like a ripple effect on a couple of other things, is this Ukraine and Russia thing. And people picking sides really pisses me off. Like, pray for Ukraine. We stand with Ukraine. And like, but doesn't Russia need your prayers just as much as Ukraine? And what about the communist countries where they're like killing their own citizens because they're not behaving the way that they want them to? And what about other countries that are not, they're starving, or they're going through floods, or they have civil wars happening right now? Why are we being selective on who we're praying for? Like, I'm just like,
I think it's really interesting because I feel like the answer is you have to, I mean, and I guess strap in, we can't, like we can send love to the whole world, but sometimes you just have to decide what is in your mind and you have to pray for that.
Yeah.
And it's such a frustrating, I think when there is global upheaval in a particular way, it can feel so frustrating and it can feel like we don't have power. That is something I feel very frustrated. There's not like, aside from me strapping in and going to Ukraine myself, it's such a we see you, Bailey. We'll pull a card for you for sure. It's
Mm-hmm.
such a frustrating thing, and it's so hard because as a healer, you want to heal all the things. But at the same time, we have to be super mindful that we're not taking on all the world's problems because there are so many problems.
Yes.
And we can only deal with what's in our corner of the world.
Yes.
There's not
This card. And we even talked about this last night a little bit after the session. So if you want to hear a little bit more of our thoughts on like taking on everything, watch last night's video.
We talked a lot about grief last night.
Byron Katie's wisdom. You are the cause of all the suffering that exists in the world. So she takes a little different approach. And let me explain her beliefs behind this because
they can be triggering the first time you hear them.
Yes, 100%. Like, what? I'm not the cause of all of this. Well, so here's the thing. Can you really know there's a war happening in Ukraine and Russia right now? Like, are you there? Can you know it's happening for 100% surety? Oh, I see it on the news. Well, have you seen movies? They look pretty real too, right? Like, I can't really know. And my thoughts about it cause me stress. So the suffering that's happening between Ukraine and Russia is happening in here for me right now. I'm getting a little feedback. Let me turn my mic down a little bit. So it is happening in here right now. And the world cannot be at peace until I'm at peace. And I'm still getting it. Let's we turn yours down a little bit.
Do you want me to mute for a sec while you go?
I think we're good. I think that did it. Just turning the mics down. But so that's Byron Katie's stance on that. You are the cause of all the suffering that exists in the world because it's happening up here in your head. And until you can be at peace up here, the world's not going to find peace. So just answered my own stressful. I need to find.
And it's hard because you want it to be right and you want everyone to be healed, but we can't we can bring light and peace into the world, but we cannot heal everyone.
Right.
Okay, Bailey. Are you ready, friend?
Okay.
Storm spirit. Chaos. Storm spirit. Chaos. This is your card, friend. Storm spirit. Chaos. A fierce and massive storm has overtaken the forest. Trees are whipping back and forth, and a torrential rain pours down on your head and your shoulders. Crashing thunder shakes the earth as ragged shards of lightning illuminate the dark woods. Just taking a deep breath. I feel like this need of like source is bringing, like, your body is so full of this chaos because you're trying to separate the seas almost. Like you're trying to compartmentalize, but it's just like let all of this energy come in. Let everything come in. This card acknowledges the potential for chaos or the need for chaos. Oh, I love it when I say something before I read the card and it's like bam. As an advocate for healing in your life, spiritual chaos allows for the dissolution of outmoded beliefs so that expression and energetic life force energy can fill your life with newness. If you are experiencing an upheaval right now, know that that the underlying energy is resonating. It's restorative. It's here for you. This chaos is here for you for a reason. You are being healed on all levels. Of course, take time to find the calm in the storm, but also understand that the chaos can be beneficial in many ways. It can activate your creative life forces. And that is so true. Like, no one is more creative than when shiz is real and like it's coming at you. You're just like, how the shit do I get out of this? How do I move through this? How do I allow this? How do I find some kind of sense of calm? When it's calm all the time, we're just kind of chilling in it. And there's really not like a lot going on. So, I mean, that feels really true. I don't know for you, Jenny, but in my life, I
Mhm.
get the best healing done when it's a bit of a mess.
Mhm.
Um, try doing things different. Step out of the old routines. If you're always early, be late. Beneath the surface, profound shifts and transformations are occurring. That is true. The biggest upgrades or the biggest changes in my life have come when I didn't realize they were happening. And then all of a sudden something will happen and it won't be like a big to do. It'll feel like a pretty insignificant shift. And then it's like, like all these dominoes fall at the same time and you're like, oh wow, source has been preparing me for this for a long time. Like, it's like hindsight is 2020 and you can just see how you've been slowly getting there for such a long time. The spirit of the storm says shred your outer mod thinking and self-imposed blockages. Tear down the walls of self-imposed limitations, step into the chaos and embrace it rather than trying to suppress it. Do the unexpected.
Mm.
I'm just seeing like, what is that character? And she's Storm, and she's got like the blonde streak, and she's just like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm seeing. Let us think, Bailey, or let us know. Let us think. Let us know what you think.
Okay, I love it. And stick around. We're going to do a meditation here in a moment. Okay, Star, you are up next. I've got a goddess for you, I think.
I will pull for you, and Jenny is done.
Okay. Boop-a-doo. All right. Perpetua, the saint of authenticity. I am my authentic self in all my circumstances. Now let's find where she is. Oh, I turned right to her. It's like the best when that happens. No. Okay. The name Perpetua is derived from the Latin perpetuus, I don't know, meaning continuous. Even though her father visited several more times to plead with her to be a dutiful daughter, wife, and mother, Perpetua refused to renounce her faith in Christ, and she maintained this truth as paramount at a time when a woman's societal role was defined by her father and husband. Her prison diary relates her relationship with Saint Felicitas and the class structures that Christianity descends. I don't need to read any more of that. Saint Perpetua suggests there is no greater power than choosing to remain our authentic self in all circumstances. She's that person who remained loyal to her soul, and she urges us through her example to embrace the power of being authentic now. Even in the face of death, she courageously held fast to her truth and that she was Christian. Her right hand reveals the Christ mudra. She also reminds us that journaling and writing can be a sacred act of returning to ourselves, listening to the soul voice inside of us, and of going inward to find answers. So I'm just getting this, like, whatever's going on right now, it is time for you to stand your ground and honor yourself. Be totally true to you, regardless of how it's going to affect anybody else.
Yeah.
And maybe take some time to journal and meditate on it so that you can be super clear on what is your authentic self.
And it's such a beautiful thing when we stand in our values, when we stand in that authentic truth, everyone's like, how do you do it? They ask us all the time, how do you stand in that truth even when it's hard? The more you know it, the more that you're so intimate and so connected with what that truth is, the easier it is. The absolute easier it is to just hold that truth. Okay, Kristen, we got you. And Becky, this is your card. Kristen, you'll be next. Sag Spirit, leadership. Sag Spirit, leadership. In many traditions, there's a mystery that hangs behind the white sag and is considered to be the king of the forest. With his noble antlers and his pride stance, he carries a commanding energy. This card is calling you to claim your leadership within your life. Now is the time to step out of the shadows and become a beacon for others. Don't allow anyone or anything to dim your light. You may not be asked to take on a position of authority, or you may be asked to take on a position of authority. Even if you have been in the background in the past, this is time for you to step up and shine. Remember that leader isn't necessarily defined by age, status, or income. A true leader is someone who is commanding and passionate and motivating. They have a vision and are able to make decisions with clarity and strength. And I'm feeling this is very much, Becky, this is very much you saying, this is who I am as a healer. This is how I'm like feeling very much, and this is very interesting to me because I've had sessions with you, and so I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird because I felt like you've done that with me, but really standing in how you do sessions, how you manage a group of people, and like in the healing world, that you don't hide who you are as a healer, that you just speak. That you speak with this confidence that source is speaking through you. And remember the power that is behind the words that you're saying. And know that if someone is standing in front of you and the words are coming out of your mouth, they are meant for that person. And that person is going to receive them 100% how they're supposed to receive them. And it's not your job to second guess the words that come from you, because you don't know someone's whole story no matter how long you've known them, and source does. And they know the words that they need, and you are a clear channel. You are 100% a clear channel, and you can do that. I know you can, because I've heard you do it for me, and I want for you to release, and source wants for you to release that sort of like, I'm not sure, because you are sure. He says yes. Okay.
Yes.
Did you pull for Kristen? I'm feeling like I have a card for her, but if you pulled for her.
I've got two. Byron
Okay.
Katie. So the first one, all the suffering, again with the suffering. You'll have to watch the replay to hear more about suffering. All the suffering that anyone has ever experienced is in the past. This moment now is a state of grace. And the second card, the miracle of love comes to us in the presence of the uninterrupted moment. So Byron Katie right now is telling you to be here now. The stories that you have about the past, the stories that you're telling about yourself, they're over. They're done. Really focus and be present here and now, and really allow the grace of this moment to fill you. That is all. I have spoken.
First beat to the point. Okay.
You think we have time for one more, and then we'll get into meditation?
Yes. Okay, friend, here's your card.
Kristen, how does that feel for you? Star says, oh, so fitting. I'm standing my ground and holding truth. Thank you. Oh, sister, you stand that ground. You own your power.
Reflecting pool of stillness. Reflecting pool of stillness. I love the swan. She says, writing that shit down. Thank you. In stillness, your power emerges. Tap into your inner sacred witness to discover the dwelling place of your soul. In profound peace and silence, you discover the truth of your being. If you are in pain, go into the stillness until you find the source. This is such an interesting card because I tend to love guided meditations because it just allows me to listen and not like to surrender because I'm always guiding others. I like to listen to guided ones. But lately I've been doing a lot of silent meditation. It all started because we have a silent meditation class on Monday, and I've been helping the instructor just get more comfortable with teaching. And so, of course, I've been there and I've been enjoying the silence. And it's such a beautiful thing that when you go into the silence, when you go into the quiet, it's just, and even the sound of the silence is so beautiful. Like we were in meditation on Monday and someone was drilling next door, and I was like sad when the drill turned off because it felt so good, like the sound did. And that just made me think of it as like when we can go into the silence and really sit with this uncomfortable energy, we actually could, like, because it could have been annoying. Like I could have thought like, oh, that drill's annoying, it's disrupting me. But instead I'm like, oh, that source feels nice. That spinning feels nice in my body. It's very interesting. Resist the temptation to indulge in the feelings of overwhelm, urgency, and emergency. There is always a higher truth. Seek it out. Your soul loves what is real and honest. The spirit of the reflecting pool says, in silence, you will find the dwelling place of your soul. Take time to this move into this energy, move into this quietness, move into yourself. You will uncover a vast store of insight and the energy within you. In this ongoing situation in your life, hold back. Take time to reflect before responding. Okay, come here. Hi. So, my dogs are saying hello today. They feel the nice warm energy. Tell us what you think of that, friend.
Yes, that is beautiful. I'm warming up my drum. I got it a little wet. I pulled out my shadow drum to work on some of the suffering.
Suffering
Work
that's
on
in Jennie's head.
suffering. And Kristen, she got a suffering card too. So this shadow drums help move the dark shit out and release all the yuck that's going on. So for this meditation, if you want to write down in the chat what you want to release, the shadows that you're like, I'm ready to release these. I can call them out,
do it.
clear them. In the silence, you will find the dwelling place of your soul. Yes.
Yeah, right in the chat. What are you ready to release? What suffering are you ready to release?
Suffering. Stories are in the past. Let that shit go. And I'm feeling it's probably going to be a little light languagey. Probably really going to be light languagey. And you're welcome to put your hand on your heart to be able to feel the vibration a little bit more. When you're in person, you can really feel the vibration in your body, or you can stomp your feet. Okay, childhood trauma. Yes. Oh, so beautiful. Suffering. Let's let that shit go. Right now, I'm going to, for me, anxiety.
I would say also, if I can, sorry, call out the specific, and you don't have to write it in the chat, but like stories in the past, suffering, let's call out specifics, like specific stories. I want to call out that one time that Jimmy pants me at school. I don't know. Like, I don't really know where I was going with that, but like that, like really feel that specific thing and say, this is what I'm, because you know it. It's in your mind. I already know it's in your mind. Call it out, everyone, when you're thinking about this. If you feel comfortable, share it. But if you don't, that's okay too.
Yeah. And Shelly, you can watch the replay and join us with the replay, or you can still drive and feel this energy happening for you too. So some childhood trauma, suffering, fear of getting sick. Oh man, that one's real for sure. Letting go of my past childhood and past loves. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Past love. The other thing that I just want to note, as far as stillness, sometimes the drum sounds weird on the webcam. Invite that in. Invite that energy in. Invite that really uncomfortable sound sometimes, because that's the healing that you need. That's the sound that you need right now, because sometimes the drum is clear as a day. And sometimes a clear drum for me will be a grainy drum for you, but that's the sound that you need. And as we sit in this silence and as we settle into this silence, settle into that sound too.
Yes. The shadow of impatience. Let go of anger towards Miss Gross. Oh, sweet Charlie, we got you covered.
Taking that deep breath in.
If you want to close your eyes, you can close your eyes. Keep breathing big, deep breaths.
I'm really going to invite you to feel that energy flowing in as you breathe in, wherever it comes into your body, and breathing out as you breathe out of your body. Just taking that deep breath in. Settling into your body as we open the tops of our head. Inviting in the golden ray of the central sun. So kanaim kaisa teteo kaisa shikana tamoikita. Swagani tamoikaita satatai motai kachanai sunoi kanai chutkai. Just breathing in this love and light coming down. As you feel just these divine feminine guides, I'm really feeling these beautiful, like, they're not quite angels, but they're just beautiful, and they have very flowy clothes on, and they're just dancing with grace and love around you. It feels like the wood nymphs from earlier coming in, now that I allow that to come all the way. Allowing these beautiful nymphs to dance around you. Just bringing in this beauty and this play into your life. Allowing yourself to just feel the vibration that you're in. I invite you to feel your fingertips, your toes, breathing in and out. Just feeling that energy come through the very tips of your body. Breathing that energy in to your root chakra, into your heart space. Squanaimo tenais and cantis kshanawai tanayatum. I'm just feeling this sort of chaos that's happening around you. And it feels like the Milky Way is just spinning. All these stars are moving. All of this energy is moving all around you. And you're just standing in your power, in your light, in your channel, your source, with your hands spread wide, spreading wide, and just saying, bring it on. Bring it in. Come here. I'm ready. I'm open. I'm ready. I'm open. I'm ready. I'm open. Taking a few more deep breaths as we invite the stillness to come into our bodies. And allowing the energy to settle in your body wherever it needs to. Finding that sense of peace and calm somewhere inside your body. And when you're ready, you can gently come back to your body. Yes, let go of that fear. Surrender. Because Source never abandons. Source is always here. And when you're ready, you can gently come back to the room, opening your eyes if that feels good. how is everyone feeling? How is that for you?
I would invite you to, if you'd like to share what your experience of releasing was, we'd love to celebrate that with you. And if you want to keep that sacred, we also honor that. But we would invite you to write in the chat box, what are you placing in? So we've released these. Now, what do you want to place in there instead? Claim that. Type it in the chat box. Say it out loud. Palo Santo. Earlier, a sage.
Sometimes you can get Palo Santo with little.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful. Releasing. There's still some releasing happening.
Yeah. That language is so interesting. I mean, we've been using it a lot lately because it's coming in really strong for Jennie and I. And I love it because you don't get so hung up on the words and you can just simply feel the vibration. That's why I love it so much. I just feel it deeper in my body.
So Mama Bonnie helped me get rid of past loves. He was high school sweetheart and past fiance. Oh, yes. It's time. So what are you putting in place of that, Mama Bonnie? Mauricia, I hope I'm saying your name right. Mauricia. I experienced really cold air coming in as I was breathing in, and I got cold and ended up putting a blanket over me. Yes, temperature changes are very normal when you are doing energy healing and releasing.
Especially when you're learning to step into the unknown, bringing in that water energy, that winter energy.
Holy cow. There's some serious. Your ears are popping like crazy. Charlie happened. Happiness? Is that what she wants to put in? Happiness?
You put happiness in place of anger.
Happiness with anger. Oh, color was yellow.
Oh, yay. Look at you being confident in who you are.
Yes. Sunshiny yellow. Happy, warm sunshine.
I love heaviness. Some people kind of freak out when they get the tingles and the heaviness. It's my favorite. I actually don't really consider it, like, this is probably messed up, but I don't consider it a good meditation unless I have that, like, I call it like this couch walk feeling, like I'm here until source says I can be doing something different.
It is so nice to get into that heaviness. I do love that. Full body tingle. All right, Mama Bonnie, I'm feeling the love from family members that aren't here with me. You're with me right now. They are not beyond. 100%. They're always here and here and around.
Yeah.
100%. I love that.
Sure. Especially when you're open to receiving them.
Yes. Holy cow, we still got some ear popping happening.
If it feels good for you, I'll invite you to have a bit of a yawn.
Yeah, try to pop your ears. Or imagine your Q-tip and you're cleaning out the gunk so you can hear your guides. I've got magnets pulling out.
Feeling safe, good, yes. Yeah, really feel that safety in your root chakra, really breathing in through your feet.
Replacing fear with the feeling of safety. Oh, I love when I feel safe. I love when I feel safe. That is one of my favorite
I'm
mantras.
always safe in my body because I'm in control of my body.
I am open to receiving the beyond when they come.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. Well, thank you all for joining us. You love this. We do this every week, Wednesday nights, live. But we do go deeper in depth in our online group healing program called Rising. And this is a beautiful program. We do private readings for an hour before class. So you come in and you ask and you get very vulnerable. We don't record it, so nobody sees the recordings. You can ask all the questions you want. We pull cards, check your elements, your chakras, relationships. And then we teach a class. We go over multiple things. We're right now in the middle of inner child and ancestral healing, healing our inner child, reparenting ourselves, and starting to work on ancestral patterns and shadows and releasing and freeing, breaking the chain from our genetic DNA makeup, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And then we do moon ceremonies. So
Yes. We do moon ceremony. I love Rising. I think it's such a beautiful group. And if you're like new to this journey and you're wanting to understand more ways to shift your energy, more ways to heal yourself, and deeper understanding of who you are, because we're not coaches. We are just here to guide you to understand you. You are doing it. You are healing, and we're all healing together. Jennie and I share a lot of our own
journey
in that as well.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good. Kristen says, my fear of abandonment surrounds my relationship with John. And it is a black tunnel around my body. Green, swirling, purple, blue. Kristen always gets lots of colors. Multiple hearts from Charlie. Good.
Yay.
I love it when little kiddos are involved. Yes. Okay, friends.
Yes.
It was so fun to be with you today.
Yeah. And if you want more information about Rising, just comment below and we'll reach out to you and we can have a conversation and answer any questions. But it is like, it's one of my favorite things. Not only do we have our weekly classes and the monthly moon ceremonies, but we have a chat group on Marco Polo, which is a video text that we check in throughout the week. And it's a community. These women help and men. Yeah, women and men help each other and come together and share, what they're going through. And so super fun if you're interested. And then also come to our classes and workshops at our studio if you're local, if you're in Ogden area. So
Laura, we can get you the info for sure. Yes. One of us will private message you after this.
Yes, we will. So thank you for showing up for us and for showing up for yourself. Showing up for yourself. Yeah.
Showing up for us, showing up for you, showing up for others, and just holding space for them too is so beautiful. And we're just super thankful for this community.
Yeah. When you release stuff in you, it releases it in everyone around you too. So it's really beautiful. So pat yourself on the back for doing this today.
I love it so much.
Mark your calendar so you remember. Come, get a card, join us, meditation.
7 Wednesdays. Okay, friends, we love you so much, and we will see you next week.